Hey there everyone, I am Round the Wheel, and welcome to Commander Keen Episode 8, Dead in the Desert. If you'll recall, in March of last year, we played a mod of Commander Keen Episode 4 called Commander Keen Episode 7, The Keys of Crodatia, and that was the first game of a fan-made trilogy called The Universe is Toast, and now we are playing the second episode of that trilogy, Episode 8, Dead in the Desert. This is a mod of Commander Keen 6, Aliens Ate My Babysitter. Now, unlike with 4, where I knew what everything was, and I was able to say, well, this enemy is the equivalent of that one, and that item is supposed to be this, and so on and so forth, I'm not so able to do that here, because I've never played, outside of maybe 1 or 2 levels, Commander Keen 6. So, I'm not going to be able to do that so much here, so I'm a little fresher. And as far as story goes, at the end of 7, we were blasted into the desert by a transporter beam. We got all 7 keys on Crodatia, and we got blasted off by this transporter beam, and now we're stranded here while Mortimer McMire, Commander Keen's longtime nemesis, tries to take over the world, or the universe even. And we're here with this guy. He's part of the backstory, which I wasn't able to read. You can't press F1 to read the story in this one like you can in Episode 7 or even Episode 9. But this guy thinks he's Commander Keen, and he wants to get off the planet as well. And it looks like he has some none too subtle designs on getting out of here, maybe even without me. But this game is set up just like the other one, just like 7, and I suppose just like 4 and 6 before it, where it has 16 levels, 1 secret level, and a boss fight. So, here we go with the first level here. It's a very easy introductory level called the Dusty Dunes. And even in this first level, as is Commander Keen tradition, there is a pretty nice little secret hidden in this level. And for some reason, unlike last time, I don't understand why it didn't let me do it last time, but now the game is going to let me fire. Oh crap, don't you even start doing that. These are Cobrits, the first real enemy you run into in the game. They are spitting their venom everywhere. They're kind of like the slugs that poop. But yeah, now I can do the super pogo jump much easier. Unlike in, I wasn't so easily able to do that because it wouldn't let me do single button firing in number 7. For whatever reason, I think my computer was just being stupid. But now I can use the space key to fire, and maneuvers like this are going to be a lot easier to pull off. Come here, Mr. Cobra, and don't you turn around down the hill. No, 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 no. Boy, I'm going to be wasting a lot of ammunition if you keep doing crap like that, little man. I just got kind of lucky that he hopped up into that. And yeah, for the most part, this level is just a bunch of dead ends with items in it. Okay, yeah. I knew there was one down here, but he wasn't anywhere near the pole, so good. Wait for the little venom to fade away. As long as it fades away, we're fine to go. And, of course, in Commander Keen games, there are always tons of secret passages, like right here. There we go. Whatever's worth 500, it was in that little nook. So, yay, we're going to be looking around for a lot of secret passages. And the secret passages I found have been fairly easy to find so far. I don't want to jinx myself, but in my test plays, I haven't had too much trouble finding epic secrets. Some of which are hinted at in a little hint file that comes with the game, a little text file with hints and such. And these little rock formations right here, these are going to be the key to some fairly major secrets, including one in this level. It looks pretty cool. It's a nice little background detail, but if you do your down jump through it, you can sometimes duck through them and end up getting some items that way. So anytime you see one of those, try to duck through it, because you are sure to be rewarded at least a few times for your efforts. So let's keep hopping up through here. And moving on. Moving on and moving forward. Excellent. And now we're about to run into the second kind of enemy in this level. Little moving cactus called a cactoid with very ugly, hollow eyes. Ugh. Kind of creeping me out there. Can't duck through this one, I don't think. But that doesn't matter because, hey, cactoid. Bowl of rainbow sherbet. Don't mind if I do, unless that was like multicolored wasabi or something. Oh, what's up in here? More of whatever is worth 500 points. Hey, alright, you don't see me complaining. And yes, we are about to run into a very nice little treasure. Oh, hey, if we don't get killed by Mr. Cactoid first. But you see the rock formation here? You just drop down and go to the right, and we're about to come upon a treasure trove of extra lives. Perfect, alright. And that's the first major secret in the game right there, as far as, I mean, you're not going to get, like, secret levels yet or anything, but there are quite a few levels in this game that contain a horde of one-ups. If you... Whoa! Wow! Wow, wow, wow. I said this was an easy game, and there goes Mr. Cobrit with the cheap shot. Well, we'll get back in just a second. In fact, we'll get back at him pretty easily, because... Okay. Because we're about to score an extra life by points, so it doesn't even really matter that we lost that life. Because we're about... Well, if we can stop getting little 100-point crappy things. Let's get something a little bigger. Okay, not quite getting there yet. You'll see we can also get extra lives by points, and they go up by powers of 2 and thousands. See, we just got our extra life back there. And those go up by powers of 2 and multiples of thousands. So at 20,000 points, we got an extra life. And at 40,000, we'll get an extra life. And then 80,000, 160,000, 320,000, 640,000, so on and so forth. Alright. And, but yeah, you've already seen all of this, so we'll be right back when we get to where we were. Ha! They regenerated. That is so cheap. Oh my gosh, I could keep dying and really rack up lives if I wanted to, but I am not going to do such a thing. I know some people like to see me get to 99 lives, but we don't want to waste too much time on this first level here. And anyhow, Commander Keen games are often too short to pull off that sort of thing, but I suppose if I really wanted to, I could farm for 1-ups here, but Commander Keen allows save scumming, so it's not really necessary. I mean, it's built into the game. The save function is built in the game, and it saves exactly where you are at any given point. You can reload exactly from where you died or saved from or wherever. And sometimes I'll be save scumming, which normally I would feel some kind of guilt about. But I don't feel so much when I do it here because, I mean, it's built into the game, for God's sakes. They expect you to use it. That's just the way PC games were back in the day, and I'm not going to feel bad about saving my game and then reloading if I happen to fail. I mean, basically that makes it so that you have infinite lives, but I'm not too worried about that because they put the feature in the game and I'm going to use it, dang it. So here we are in the Arid Hills. This is another not so consequential level, but there are lots of items to be had around here, and they're all pretty easy to get, so it's worth exploring, as long as you can avoid things like the cactoids, and their daddies, the giant cactoids, whom we're going to meet shortly. Something's up there in the... What's worth 100 points? I'm not really paying attention to the things, the items, and the food, and what the point totals they give me, and the hey, and the Glaven, so we want to jump up to here. Woo! That is a heck of a jump. But we're about to run into the switch that will put a floor there so that we don't have to worry too much about those spikes. The switch is right here. The switches are very conspicuous. And if you don't know where they are, then I guess they're kind of hard to spot. But for the most part, switches are right here, located at the tops of poles. And we're going to bump our head on that in just a second after we get all these lollipops. The lollipops are worth 100. Okay, I see. I get it. Aha! Thought you were about to turn around, huh, Mr. Snake? I don't think so. So we just pop that up, and then in just a second we'll have a nice, comfy floor below us. So don't let all the air leave your lungs whenever I just drop off that flagpole and you think, da, 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 he's going to go into spikes. No, there's going to be a floor there. And another nice little background thing here, although generally you can't really drop through this one, in my experience that I've seen so far. There's actually 2 secret passages off of this flagpole to the right. Nothing to the left, but there's actually 2 to the right here. And there's our 40,000 point 1-up, so hooray! I was feeling kind of gypped when I died on that first level. That was a little bit embarrassing, but... And more ammunition, great. That... Always be prepared. And we don't have the blue gem yet, but that is going to be off over to the right here. And we're about to run into, you know the cactoids. You've seen cactoids already. Well, we're about to run into the giant cactoid. They take 2 shots to kill, but as long as you can see one, you have a lot of room to operate. You can pretty much spam those guys, and they're not too bad. See, I just got him coming down the hill there. That was easy. As long as you fire fairly rapidly, then you should be okay. As long as sometimes you'll have those guys below you, and you have to drop in on them and get 2 shots on them, and that kind of sucks. But overall, they're not too terrible as far as enemies go. Nothing secret in the ceiling, is there? I love the sound that the ray gun ammunition makes when you get it. It's like a little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's not as loud as in other Commander Keen games. Certainly not like the ba-da-ba-da-ba-da from 4 and 7. And these platforms right here, if you've played a Commander Keen game, you would expect probably that this platform is going to fall on its spikes. But nope, some platforms like to play a little, gotcha game. So when you try to jump toward them, they go off and you end up eating spikes. So the best thing to do is let it play its gotcha game and then jump to it as it's coming back. And lest you think they only do that in one direction, nope, they do it both ways. So don't fall for it. Don't nail it once and then fall for it the second time. I have certainly done that in a few test plays, and it was rather embarrassing, even though nobody was watching. You know that. You know how that kind of thing goes. So let's get back up here now. Oh, no. Where am I going? I just got a blue gem. Am I about to come down here for nothing? There we go. You know how gem keys operate if you've played a Commander Keen game, of course. The same color gem. If you see a gem holder, you need to find the color that corresponds with it. And in this case, we found the blue, and now we're going to get the green. The green is going to be what takes us out of this level. So let's see here. Hey, some more rainbow sherbet. Or possibly some blue and red nasty crap with wasabi in it. Who can say for sure? But we are coming up on the end of this level as well. There's nothing special to collect in this game. Not like the keys that were in, what's-its-face? Commander Keen Part 4. Oh, okay, this is a Cobra. I think I'm thinking too far ahead. I was thinking there was going to be a giant cactoid right there, and I was going to have to... Now, I could be fancy when I come up on the giant cactoid, but it is nice to be always thinking ahead. I could save here, but I already tried to film this video once and had a fairly major loading hiccup, which really desynced the sound and made me mad. So I'm going to try to get through this if I can without... There's our Mr. Giant Cactoid. If we hold to the left, we can kind of divert him, but this might prove a little difficult. So, want to get him, obviously, when he's going off to the left. Ah ha ha! That wasn't that hard. So now we are out of here. That's the last of the enemies in this level, and once we have the green gem, we are free to leave. There's a little bit of a point secret here at the top. If we just wait, there's a platform that'll come down and usher us to the top of the cliff here, where we can get, I guess, a sundae or something? And you can actually hit the top of the sky. I guess the sky literally is loaded. And hey, another points went up. Damn. Well, we are already loaded up with 11 lives. That's a great start to our adventure. We're going to leave the Arid Hills here. And now, this game is not going to be so linear, in case you thought we were just going from one level to the next. Now, the world map opens up vastly and significantly, and we've got lots of levels at our disposal to explore. Another kind of Dune-type level. Over here is the Cactus Forest, and down here is the Cobra Pit. Where are we going to go tomorrow? Another 2 levels? Who can say? But, I'm just going to follow my whims, basically, and we'll see what happens. So, join us next time when our world opens up and we get to decide a little, we have a little more say in where we explore. See you guys. Wave bye to the nice audience, Commander Keen, that's right.